Are you afraid to fight me yourself, you cowardly snake?
Guess you didn't see that coming. That ice arrow came in clutch, dude.
Had about enough of you and your eyebrow. Who wrote this, a 2-year-old?
Oh, don't give me that smug face, Ben Affleck. Where's my real ending here? That right there was frickin' luck.
That's his weakness right there. Shiku Hadouken to the face.
Fucking go, baby. Woo!
What is up, my peeps? Welcome back to the Persona 5 Royal Playthrough. I am your host, of course, Mr. mrespnozax. We are now in part 2 of the aftermath of Futaba Sakura's palace, the Pyramid of Wrath. Yes, still awaiting her change of heart and everything like that and everything. We are currently now sitting at I totally forgot how many more days we have left. So let's see, okay. We are now 17 more days left and everything like that. So I guess in today, pretty much continue on building up more, you know, ranking up more confidants and everything like that. So yeah, so let's go ahead and hang out with Takemi, because I know we're pretty much, you know, almost done with her social event and everything like that. So yeah, so now we are pretty much, I believe this is going to be rank 9 going in and everything. So yes. Yep, let's go ahead and hang out with her.
Let's go.
Oh. Yeah.
Here.
All the data specimens and sample medicines, they're all in there. All the data specimens are all inside. Let me know if you need anything else. Based on what I read in the finding summaries you sent me, the results are truly amazing. We'll perform one final exam with our equipment and we'll be ready to treat Miwa-chan with it. Excellent. Then the rest is up to you. So, this is the kid from your study. Yeah, he's my little guinea pig. You certainly walk a dangerous line, but I'm sure you're implemented the strictest of safety protocols. Please put some thought into the offer we discussed, will you? All right, I'll call you later. He's the doctor treating Miwa-chan. He's just so happened to be a year ahead of me in college. I told him everything since I was so close to perfecting the medicine.
Thanks.
I have to thank you again. All this is thanks to you helping me with the clinical trials. Yeah, don't worry about it. It was rough. It was rough. I bet. Although, it was really fun for me. From my tour to their medicine facility and discussion I had with their development team, I'm confident this will be a success and they'll complete development on schedule. I was recruited. He offered me the position of head of research and development at his hospital. which means I'll have to close my practice. I start first thing next month. Unfortunately, Takemi Clinic of Internal Medicine will be gone. And your patients? That's troubling. Really? Because of your entrance exams? Heh. You seem flustered. Are you really that troubled by it? Just kidding. The part about being recruited is because it's true, but I don't intend to close my practice. I kind of like being a general practitioner. I still work with them to develop new medicine though. Once the medicine's perfected, I'll be able to see Miwa-chan and receive my reward. Her smile. Oh, I need to give you your reward too. I'll think of something to give my little guinea pig for holding up his end of the deal. It feels like my bond with Takemi is growing even deeper. And with that, we have reached rank 9 in the Death Arcana. No benefits. But we are close to pretty much going max ranked on the Death Arcana.
Anyway.
You were really concerned when you thought I was going to close this office. I know you said it was for your entrance exams, but come on. Really? I think it's about time you started being honest with me. It's okay. You can tell me.
Hey.
Why did you keep coming to me? When I mentioned you could enter a relationship with one of the female confidants, you could be in a relationship with another female confidant. Not only just two. You could pretty much enter a relationship with all of them. Yes. You don't have to, but it is optional and everything like that. So, yeah.
Really?
Really now? Why did you want to see me? So if you want to enter a relationship, obviously with Tai Takemi, Dr. Tai Takemi, to be exact, this is pretty much what you have to do and everything. Don't tell me you're in love with me or something. And then if you want to enter that relationship, just say, yeah, like I love you. Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Now, go home before it gets dark. Or I can give you a special examination if you'd like. And it's pretty much, yeah, it's telling you, like, are you sure about this? Like, it's giving you multiple options. Like, are you sure you want a relationship with this confidant? And everything like that. It isn't a joke. Dot. Wait. You're serious?
Well then.
Then, I guess I owe you a serious answer too. Actually, I changed my mind. I mean, you're in high school, you know. You're my little guinea pig from the clinical trials. And you're a kid who lied about his entrance exams to get unlicensed medicine? Falling in love with someone like that? It's just unheard of. Oh boy. But yeah, there's even the stranger ones too. Like you could, like I'm saying this right now. Yeah, you could even have a relationship with your teacher and everything like that. I'm gonna say this right now. There's gonna be some that I'm gonna put my foot down and everything like that. So yeah. The only reason I'm doing Takemi and everything is because obviously I just wanted to kind of quickly show off, you know, pretty much, you know, like, yeah, you could pretty much get in a relationship with like other girls rather than just one and everything like that. So yeah, and stuff. But there's going to be certain moments where I'm just like, nope, putting my foot down and everything. So yeah. Thanks for tagging along today. I got my drug in the hands of someone I trust. Everything's on track for the cure to go through. I should be over the moon, but now I've got one last problem. Turns out my little guinea pig caught an illness that's even more annoying and persistent than Crawford ends. It's true love. So did you? Yeah. Guess it really is an epidemic. I should take my own advice. Ah, what a shame. Looks like a chronic case. Might even be incurable. Guess I'd better stick around for your treatment. We're done with the clinical trials, but I'll still be expecting you to drop by. I'm your primary physician after all, and I'm the only one who can treat your condition, so... okay, hanging up now. Good night. Yep, so now we are in a relationship with 2 girls and everything like that. And that's not even, like, you could pretty much, again, like, you could pretty much enter relationships with all the female confidants and everything like that and stuff. It's pretty much called the harem route and everything and stuff. And you're going to get treated to a very special thing. I'm not going to say when it is or anything like that, but it's truly special. But for this playthrough, there's obviously going to be the ones where I'm going to put my foot down and everything like that. So yeah, only the reason I went with Takemi and everything is because, well, obviously I just kind of want to quickly show off, like, hey, like, you know, it could, like, you could pretty much, you know, enter a relationship with multiple female confidants and everything like that. So yeah. So let's see who we can hang out with here. I believe Mishima, or is it Oya? It's Oya, I guess. Really not much really not much giving me freaking can't talk today. Really not giving me more options and everything like that. So yeah. But obviously we're not gonna. You gotta pretty much. And we pretty much gotta investigate and one of the requests and everything like that. So for this one, pretty much you just gotta have be in a job at the bar where Oya likes to hang out and everything like that and stuff. But obviously, you know, it's a risk because it's like we're at night and we're still in high school and everything like that, and we're working at a bar and everything and stuff. The main protagonist, Joker, his age is like 16 and everything like that. So, but you know, the owner of the bar is pretty much keeping hush hush about it and everything like that. So yeah, but we gotta do it because we gotta investigate what's going on with one of the requests and everything like that. Like I mentioned before, it's like some of the requests do require a little more investigating for us before we even head to pretty much to pretty much change the heart of the person that's pretty much the suspect and everything like that. So yeah, so now we pretty much got a night job at the bar and stuff. So yeah, and obviously this one isn't with the the pamphlets that they give out at the train station, you know, when you're looking for part-time jobs and everything like that. This one, you got to go directly to the bar and talk to the owner and everything. So yeah, but anyway, moving on to the next day and see who we can pretty much hang out with. Let's Let's see, Ryuji, we already did Ryuji, so I think for now we could pretty much hang out with Makoto. So let's go ahead and meet her at the front gate and everything, so yeah. Alright, let's see what's going on now.
Thank you.
Alright. Aiko's boyfriend, Tsukasa, has been sending me a lot of texts recently. His days and nights are reversed due to his work, so he often sends me a good morning late at night. Does Aiko know about this? I'm not sure. I definitely tell Aiko if he asks me on a date. But for now, things are generally pretty normal. Mostly messages like, how's your boyfriend? And hope you had a great day today. Do you think their relationship could actually be serious? Was I just biased to think that all he wants from Aiko is her money? It's definitely suspicious. I mean, it does sound like a TV show, a lying host that tricks women into debt, then forces them to sell their bodies. But those kinds of things exist in reality as well. Immortal hosts, human trafficking rings. My father even mentioned to me about gangs of men that look suspicious specifically for depressed women in Shinjuku.
It seems
They take advantage of the loneliness those girls feel to force them into horribly abusive situations. Then after ensuring the girls are buried in crippling debt, they make them sell their bodies to pay it off. There are other ways they force girls into it as well. Blackmail, illegal immigration. There are countless of victims of schemes like that. Countless gangs as well. My father was going after a particularly notorious one when in this course of investigation, he was hit by an errant truck. Oh God. The impact killed him instantly. At first, it was thought to be an accident. But at the funeral, I overheard my father's supervisor speaking to my sister. He was saying my father had likely been assassinated. They suspected that the gang he was investigating hired the driver. I don't know. The driver died on impact as well, but apparently they found drugs in his bloodstream. Either way, that gang has been pushed back into the shadow thanks to the Shinjuku cleanup operation. I'm not sure any of that would have happened if not for the incident with my father. Damn, dude, he was a noble man. He truly was, wasn't he? I wish I could be a little more like him myself. Instead, I've just been hesitant. That's actually why my sister became a prosecutor to begin with. She couldn't stand by and watch as evil prevailed over justice. The passion undoubtedly came from our father. Our mother passed away many years back, so when father was killed, he had to survive for us. The responsibility, the pressure of all that all fell on my sister. Because of that, she can't help but talk down on our father at times. She says death is no different than surrender. But I still look up to him. I was often lonely because how much time he spent at work. But seeing him tirelessly pursue one case after the next was something short of incredible. That was how my father chose to live his life, trying to bring justice and order to the world around him. I'm sure he was happy. That's admirable.
Yes.
Yeah. Come to think of it, there was something he used to say to me all the time. The most important part of your life is how you choose to live it. How have I chosen this to live? And more importantly, how do I want to live? You can figure that out now.
I see.
Now? You're right. I can still change my path going forward. To be honest, I've been determined to follow the path of my sister laid for me. After my father's death, I wanted to lighten the burden on her as much as I possibly could. We were supposed to talk about Aiko here. Sorry for going off topic.
Actually,
You know, I've never actually talked to anyone about my father. It's such a painful memory to look back on. But I feel comfortable discussing it with you, and beyond that, I think I understand my life a bit better now.
thank you very much.
So, thank you. I can sense a deep bond and trust from Makoto. And thus, we have reached rank 7 in the Priestess Arcana. We have a new ability known as Shadow Factorization. Allows you to see, null, repel, and drain when highlighting a target in battle. Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Oh, it's Aiko. Gloating again? Maybe I'll skip college and just get to marry Tsukasa instead. I guess she's choosing how she wants to live too. As long as she's sure, she'll be happy. Oh, another message, huh? You serious about ESPnozax-kun? Want to have a double wedding? What? Well, I'm game if you are. Don't be ridiculous. I can't even begin to think about marriage at this point in my life. By the way, can you keep pretending to be my boyfriend for a bit longer? Well, I mean, that's all fine and all, but you know, my other two girls, what? That's the best method I have to keep tabs on Aiko and Tsukasa. At any rate, thank you for listening to me today. I'll let you know if anything urgent comes up.
All right then.
See you later. Hey, do you have time right now? Sorry for venting so much before. I just wanted to talk about Aiko, but I got a little off topic. Thanks for still pretending to be my boyfriend too. I don't trust Aiko's boyfriend yet, so can we keep keep this up until I can make a call one way or the other. Of course. Thanks. I'm counting on you. Let's see how convincing a boyfriend you can be. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
You're back.
All right. Oh. Mm-hmm. I need some more time. Yeah, we gotta come up with a plan B soon if Futaba doesn't wake up and everything. But for now, can't really do much. So, let's see who we can pretty much hang out with. Still no Kawakami. Guess we can hang out with Mishima. Tomato. Mako. Anyway. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and hang out with Mishima.
Come on, let's get sorry.
Stop by, eh? Okay. All right, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Akiyama-kun. Mishima? Ah, there's our guy. Look, Akiyama-kun says he's not gonna be able to pay up this month. How about you spot him? That's what friends are for, right? Friends? Huh? You guys ain't friends? Don't try and mess with us, Akiyama. Is this loser supposed to be the friend who was gonna help you? If you don't got anything to do with this little bitch, Akiyama, I suggest you get out of here. Come on, Toru. Looks like we're just gonna have to go have a nice chat with that girlfriend of his. But please no. I'm begging you. Sorry, but you broke our promise. Now she's gonna be the one to pay us back, if you catch my drift. This is just what you get for trying to screw us over. You're so cruel, Yuta-kun. Akiyama-kun. ESP run. Huh? Me? You're the one who should be running, dude. What? I'm not running. Are you sure? I don't want to get you involved, though having you here is definitely reassuring. I think I have an idea. It's risky, but it might just work. If anything happens to me, take care of Akiyama-kun and ESP. Hey, you guys. Crap, I bit my tongue. Huh? You still here? Run away, you idiot. You better lay off, Akiyama-kun. I've been taking a video of this whole conversation. Huh? If you do anything to Akiyama-kun or his girlfriend, I'll bring it straight to the police. Oh, and don't get any ideas about breaking my phone. It backs up to the cloud automatically. Hey, what should we do? Well, be fine. The police ain't gonna do shit cause of a stupid little video. Why don't you run along home into your anime girls? We don't got time to deal with losers like you. They're the real losers. ESP You're right. Eh?
What the hell?
Look, I know you guys are supposed to be tough and all, but are you sure it's really worth getting arrested again over something like this? I mean, this video is definitely enough to get you guys busted again, given your previous criminal records. How'd you know about that? It doesn't matter how. Just leave Akiyama-kun alone and we'll be even. Then if you keep your word, I'll delete the video. The backup too. You'll delete them now. No. Yuta-kun. Had enough of this shit. Man, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. My whole act would have been broken down if they didn't back off when they did. Really suck, huh? Yeah, yep, you do.
Yeah.
Yep, the whole thing. The truth is, I've dealt with enough bullying so to know guys like that have probably been arrested at least once. Oh, and thanks for sticking by me, ESP. We can't let... I think I get it now. This feeling is what made me want to help you guys. That's why I started the fan site, to make sure that nobody has to go through the stuff like this again. Mishima seems extra motivated. And thus we have reached rank not 8 into the moon. I thought it was 9. Rank 8 into the Moon Arcana. No benefits. Akiyama-kun, are you okay? It looks like they really laid it out on you. Mishima, why'd you help me? Huh? You didn't need to get involved. Sorry. It looked like you were really in trouble though, so I stepped up. Ugh. Is that so? Anyway, can you walk? Do you need us to call an ambulance? I'm fine. Just go.
Oh.
Alright. Come on, ESP.
Well, see you later.
See you later. Oh, ESP. Sorry, are you okay to talk right now? The panic is finally kicking in. I'm shaking so bad. I need to walk it out. Hey, you think I'll be okay? What if those guys secretly followed me home? Oh, but I have the model gun I got for self-defense, and my security system's top of the line, so I'm safe, right? I'm pretty sure you'll be fine, bro. Where does all that confidence come from? Oh, but I do feel a little calmer now that I got to talk to you about it. Anyway, I'm so exhausted. Wish I could just crash, but I've got to do some research. And I have to mod the fan site too. It looks like another all-nighter. Thanks for listening though. All that though. Okay, see you later. And who is texting me at this time? Oh, it's on. I'll just respond later. I want to see real quick what else we can do. Oh, it's Yusuke.
Yo.
Hey,
Okay, let's see who we could pretty much hang out with. Excuse me.
Yes.
This place has not changed the slightest. It does sort of feel nostalgic. Indeed it does. I haven't come back here since I moved away. The truth is, despite my best efforts to convey the meaning of the heart, I am no closer to understanding it. Such a troublesome roadblock never presented itself to me while I was living here. As you know, I spent most of my young life in this very house. That is why I have to come now. I wish to reevaluate myself within the discreet walls. By coming into this place, I may be able to rekindle the passion for art I once held. The passion of an inquiring mind on the hunt for pure beauty before I learned of Madarame's foul nature. It won't open. No, I surely left it unlocked.
How could this be?
What? The door just has jammed. I suppose it was quite an old door to begin with. It had begun to rust even while I was pupil here. It seems now it has finally broken. Let's force it open. I doubt you will be able to force your way through here. You must have a steady hand if you wish to fix it. So for this part right here, your proficiency has to be max ranked in order to progress through with Yusuke and everything. ESP, are you capable of fixing it? You never cease to amaze me.
Let us be off.
Let us head inside.
I see.
The police confiscated everything. You know, I lived here not long ago, yet it feels almost like the distant past. Being here has brought me back memories, though. Whenever I acted out in line, I was made to sit calmly in this corner. And over here was a bookshelf filled with the brim with various tomes. It contained art complication books for the most part, but there were a few manga tucked in. At times I would take a break from my art and hide and read them. This is also where we gather to eat, where the ateliers still had. Sensei is practically fond of salty food, so... Sensei, what am I saying? Why do I still treat him as my mentor? How long will I allow him to control my life? Are you okay? Yes, my apologies. The truth of the matter is, I used to paint in this room. I did it simply for the joy of painting. No matter what I took as my subject, my hand would move to their own accord to capture. Back then, I only saw the superficial beauty of the world. After learning the truth behind Madarame's actions, though, I strove to fight back against the newfound ugliness I saw, to display my talent to those who mock me. I needed to do whatever it took to validate my artistic ability. In that search of meaning, darkness took a hold of me.
How could this be?
Ultimately, I began to emulate that which I had so deeply despised in Madarame. You know, boss told me something very interesting when I was staying with you at that one night in LeBlanc. He said he didn't believe Madarame took me in for my skill alone. I suppose now that I think about it, there would be no way to know whether or not I would have been talented. ESP, why do you think Madarame decided to take me in? I couldn't possibly tell you.
Agreed.
Fair point. That may be something only Madarame herself is privy to. Though perhaps he doesn't even know. Even after learning the ugliness of his true nature, a part of me still believes in my former mentor. I simply cannot come to terms with the stark dualities. The humble house of the loathsome palace, the kind teacher, and the friendlishly deceptive artist. It seems even the work of my own heart and inacceptable. What then? My search is pure beauty? Hello? Is someone there? I'm coming in.
This is a problem.
Who could that be? The police? I was wondering who could have been in here. You're the man from the exhibition. Indeed. Thank you for our conversation back there. More importantly, though, why are you here? I couldn't help but notice the door was open on my way home from work. Are you perhaps still caught in your slump? How do you know about that? I know a great deal about you, Yusuke-kun. You've made a name for yourself by patterning your work after a beautifully detailed Sayori. But that painting at the exhibition was quite different from that. Have you begun trying new tactics? If you'd like, I can advise you. Materials, themes, etc. You seem as though you could use a helping hand right now. Most of your painting was done while living in this residence, correct? Your current lack of patron is what holding you back. Please, take my card. I made a living investing in promising young artists like yourself, Yusuke-kun.
Oh,
Director of Japanese Art Support Foundation, Akio Kawanabe. But why have you chosen me? You criticized me for harshly back at the exhibition because I feel you have talent. Now my foundation can provide you an environment that will allow you to focus on developing your skill. If such a lifestyle interests you, we can talk further at a later date. As for today, I have business I must attend to, but I hope you would reconsider or something.
Yes.
The Japanese Art Support Foundation. My opportunity may have finally arrived. And it was all because of you opened that door for me. It seems good this luck is simply a characteristic of yours. You have my thanks, leader. Feel like my bond with Yusuke is growing even deeper. And thus we have reached rank 6 in the upper arcana. We have a new ability known as Harrison Recovery. Chance to cure a status ailment inflicting upon party members.
Shall we return home?
I must be going now. I'd like to think some more. Farewell. I apologize, ESP. I lost my composure today. The emotions I felt at that house still. I do think it's a good thing I was able to realize all this. By the way, the gentleman, Kawanabe, was it? What's your impression of him? I had no idea he was such a director of art support, but he definitely had a certain presence of him. And he was even able to instantly pinpoint my weakness. He certainly is no ordinary individual. As someone with neither a home nor a patron, I couldn't ask for a better offer. On top of that, I may still be able to find a way out of my slump once I can fully. In any case, this deserves serious thought. I may come to you for advice again.
Man, it's hot.
All right. Oh, Makoto actually invited me for billiards. Let's see who we can pretty much hang out with. We could hang out with Iwa, Hifumi. I guess we could hang out with Hifumi.
All right.
That was a good match. I really do enjoy teaching you. You're such a quick learner. Today, I thought we'd find you something to help you train on your own. This bookstore is filled with shogi related books. I've been coming here a lot lately. There's also a curry restaurant just around the corner. I recommend their katsu curry. I always eat katsu curry before an important match, for good luck. Hifumi?
Oh,
Hello, I hope your match went well today. What are you talking about? Today's our day off. My apologies, I forgot that there aren't any matches today. Out shopping with your boyfriend? How nice of you. I shouldn't be surprised. You are a famous shogi player after all. Well, I won't intrude. Bye.
sorry.
Sorry. She was only glaring at you because you were with me. She's my senior. I defeated her in this recent title match. Well, that's very kind of you. The truth is, I'm not very well liked by my seniors. The more attention I get, the more enemies I make, and the more lies are spread around me about me.
Oh,
Perhaps it's odd to compare myself to them, but I wonder if it's the same for the Phantom Thieves. People are so divided about them on the internet. Some love them while others hate them. I can't help but see similarities between us. What do you think about them? Well, oh, they're ridiculous. I'm like, really? Steal hearts? Like, okay. I feel the same way, actually. It's amazing that they're still doing what they do, even though so many people criticize them. They give me courage. But their victories can't be won with will alone. How do they change a person's heart? That's what I'm saying. So ridiculous. I'm interested from a tactical standpoint and... Oh, I'm sorry. We really are quite off topic. I feel like I've become more and more talkative as of late. I actually don't talk this much. You're more than just someone I can practice now moves with. You're someone I can confide in.
I look forward to it.
If you don't mind this sort of thing, I'd like to go out and chat with you again. Alright. I feel like Izumi's trust in me is growing. And thus we have reached rank 4 in the Star Arcana. No benefits.
All right.
Oh yes, there's a book I'd love for you. Let's go.
Until next time.
Well then, until our next match, take care. Hello, thank you for accompanying me today. My intention was to show you how great Jinbutsu is, but I ended up just talking about myself. I was shocked though. Ordinarily I don't talk as much, I assure you. Perhaps it's because I never had friends at school who I talk about shogi. I hope this won't discourage you from spending time with me. Really, I would be delighted to do this again. Well, I'd love to. If our schedules match up, that's for sure. Thank you. Other than used books and katsukuri, there are many things I'd like to recommend in this city. In that city. If you have the chance, perhaps we can explore more of this city. Well, I'm afraid I must go. I'll see you at the church. Who is texting me? Oh, this is Makoto.
Yo.
Got it. Alright, I'll just respond later.
Well then. Hey.
Okay. So now we have 14 days left. Man, this freaking we sped up this. We freaking went through all this and everything like that quick. You can hang out with Yusuke. You can hang out with Makoto. Who can we hang? Kasumi? Not just yet. And stuff. We're still pretty early. So I guess for today, I'm guessing we'll hang out with Yusuke and everything like that. Just kind of because I know Yusuke and Makoto are from our party members, like our current. I like to keep them at even and everything like that. So yeah, so I know that Makoto right now is at rank 7. So doing this will pretty much get Yusuke at rank 7 and everything like that as well and stuff. I like to keep it even because these are our 2 remaining party members that we pretty much have to. I'm pretty sure we could get them to rank max by the end of this aftermath and everything like that. That way we get their personas evolved and everything. So yeah.
Let us be off.
Oh, okay. No complaints here. Let's go to the sushi bar. Come, I've ordered your portion as well. Please eat freely.
No.
Before that, there is something I would like to ask. Just who are you? An interesting question. My work involves gallery management, but my hobbies are diverse. The foundation is but one of those hobbies. Broadly speaking, we're responsible for scouting and neutering talent. I hope I said that right. Neutering? Like, really? We offer scholarships, meditate and study abroad programs, and we also connect young artists to customers. At a time, even Madarame participated in our organization. Sensei, I mean Madarame. Indeed, a good memory benefited from his time working with us. We were aware of the dark rumors about him, but we could never have seen his confession coming. Guess he didn't see that coming. I suppose it's likely he was deceiving us that whole time. Madarame, to think I once relied on his teachings, called him my mentor. This is all because of him. It is his fault I could no longer view paintings out of your pure heart. In the past, simply the desire to paint led me to seek beauty. But now, I find myself constantly weighed down by the search for awards or praise of others. An ugly attachment has fastened itself upon my work. I can no longer paint how I used to.
How could this be?
My art is tainted. I see. However, it would be wasteful to let your talent dry up. Our foundation would gladly support you. Not only a former student of the infamous Madarame, but someone with those looks. There is definitely a market for you. We'll sell you as the tragic, handsome artist. What do you... Handsome? What do you mean? Oh, that freaking joke question. Oh my god. That's a great name. Yeah, definitely go for that. What do you mean? As he said, I am wondering the same thing. Exactly how sad it sounds. Having your ideas stolen by Madarame, losing a place to live, hungry for food. That unstable air about you makes you the perfect tragedy. A story like yours will sell even those who don't understand art. A story? If you don't have one in the modern climate, nobody will even mention your name. Don't worry, we'll use the details, but in return, you must sell your work through my gallery. Well, we will take a meditation fee, mediation fee, but you'll be granted steady revenue and a nice customer base as well. Do not mock me.
How foolish.
Tragedy, looks, story, those have nothing to do with art. In the end, this is only about money. That what taints pure beauty. How immature. Excuse me? It seems you haven't learned anything after all. You're not looking in reality, objectively. Is wealth really that horrible? And beyond that, How long will you continue to chase the illusions of yours? Purity? Art?
I decline.
Shut your mouth. I reject your offer. I thought you would all people know have the resolve to use art to make a living. I have to resolve. However, I also believe in such as life should only come via proper assessment. Is that the case? I have an opportunity for you. A foundation will soon be holding a competition for young artists from around the nation. A prize shall be your support. We'll bring customers from around Japan to see the next great talent. There will be a great deal of pressure on you should you enter, or perhaps are you too afraid?
What did you say?
I wonder if you have what it takes to withstand a skill-based assessment of that magnitude. I look forward to finding out. Now then, it seems there's no use in any further discussion. You can have them send the bill to my office.
You are unforgivable.
That a vigorous bastard. Why is that all our talk is about is money, money, money? Has the true meaning of art been lost? The truth is within you. ESP.
Yes.
You are correct. My passion can change the world. However, I would starve to death without money. Passion alone may fill my heart, but it cannot fill my stomach. What a troubling predicament.
You have my
Anywho, I am quite glad that you chose to accompany me here. I may have bit my tongue off in anger had it been really only me. In other words, you are a soothing force in my life. I feel like my bond Yusuke is growing even deeper. And thus we have reached rank 7 in the Emperor Arcana. We have a new ability known as Live Painting. Allows Yusuke to use card duplication and card creation on the spot. Yes.
All right. Okay.
I will partake in Kawanabe's exhibition. I'm going to display my ability and prove him wrong. Come, let us go home. Actually, we should eat first. The sushi has done nothing wrong after all.
Let us return home.
Now then, let us head off. ESP, I need a pep talk. It's good that I'm sitting in front of the canvas while my emotions are hot. But the lingering taste of sushi has me utterly distracted. Not only that, I allowed Kawanabe to pay for it all. I'm tainted after all. I'm a petty sellout, a slave to the power of money. Calm down. I apologize. You know, I'm only acting like this because Kawanabe had me in the palm of his hand. If I'm being honest, I still feel doubts about my work. I may end up embarrassing myself again, but even then, I must express myself. Your support in this would mean the world to me. Goodbye for now.
Man, it's hot.
All right, let's see. Ooh. Oh, okay. It is a Sunday. Or, yeah. So, now that we have Takemi at rank 9 and everything like that, her rank 10 will pretty much at nighttime and everything. So, I know I said that every Sunday we'll be doing Yoshida's social events, but we got to get to rank 10 with Takemi and everything. So, yeah. So, we're going to go out and hang out with her tonight and everything.
That was absolutely delicious. I've been here a time or two, but I don't remember the coffee being so good. Which reminds me, the new medicine will be completed soon. Your data has been extremely helpful due to your generic body type and bland health history. You've been a splendid guinea pig. I mean, participant. So, thanks again. By the way, how have I been doing? Have I been helpful? For your escapades with the Phantom Thieves, I mean.
But, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Phantom Thieves? What? Don't even know those guys. What?
Come on. You and I both know that you were lying about needing to prepare for the entrance exams. I visited Oyamata in jail. A swing of fortunes like that could have only come at the hands of the Phantom Thieves. And to have it happen when it did, isn't the only logical conclusion to think that it's you?
It's just a coincidence. I wonder.
Well, I don't care. The point is that without you, I wouldn't have been able to complete my mission. I would have never finished the new medicine while I was being deceived by Oyamata, and I would have never met any of the townspeople. I bet the Phantom Thieves save people in need, just like doctors do, huh?
Yeah, I guess they do.
I'll go out on a limb for you. I'll have even more powerful medicine ready for you. You are my boyfriend after all. You'll use the medicine correctly, won't you?
Who said I was your boyfriend?
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of death, granting thee infinite power.
And thus, we have max rank the Death Arcana. We have a new ability known as increase the selection of revival items at the clinic. Yes.
All right. All right.
You can now fuse Alice, the most powerful persona of the Death Arcana.
Hey, this is where you live, right? Where's your room? Upstairs? Is your guardian home? Then it's just the two of us. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Then would you like a thorough examination?
Yes, please.
I guess I'll start off by examining your eyes. I'll just have to take my time examining you.
Oh, Joker, you dog. Spend a long time with Takemi. Getting late. I should probably take her back to the clinic. Joker, you dog. Who is texting me at this hour? No, it's Yusuke.
Hey.
All right, let's see who we can hang out with. Damn. Nobody, I guess. Freaking. Damn. Everyone's just off today, I guess. I mean, the only ones you can hang out with is Ryuji and An, but they're already maxed out. Huh. This is a predicament. What to do? Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, let's hang out with An, because actually I do want to show off something and everything. A little fun Easter egg and stuff. So hold on real quick. Yeah, let's hang out with An and stuff, because there's this little fun Easter egg I actually do want to show you guys, and it's really, really cool and everything. So when you hang out with An, you want to hang out with her. I believe it was yeah, I think it was, yeah, it was Harajuku and everything. So when you're hanging out with her, pretty much, you know, her going shopping and everything like that and stuff. So let's just go ahead and fast forward real quick. Just, you could pretty much select anything, it doesn't really matter and stuff. And after that, you pretty much, she gives you this idol poster and everything like that. So yeah. Yeah, that's, you know, she gave us something, so let's go ahead and give her something. So yeah, we'll give her the noodle cup and everything. So let's go ahead and head back real quick to our house, to our room and everything, and pretty much show off what this idol poster is and everything. So after that, you pretty much go to the right here. Let's go ahead and decorate and pretty much put up the idol poster. Look at that. You see that idol poster right there? Guess who that is? Yep, it's none other than Risei Kujikawa from Persona 4. Yep, really fun Easter egg. Pretty much showing like, hey, yeah, you know, all of these games are connected and everything like that and stuff. And everything, like, it's like, oh, that's cool. Like, I remember seeing that poster. I was all like when I played this game for the first time, I never played Persona 4 and everything like that. But I remember when I had the poster, I was like, I wonder who that is and everything. And I saw like a little Easter. I saw a video. It was all like, oh, it's you know, a character from Persona 4 and everything like that and stuff. And when I finally got to play Persona 4, I'm all like, okay, you know, that's cool and stuff. Like, you know, she's a, you know, idol in Japan and everything like that and stuff. And pretty much this does take place a couple years after the events of Persona 4 and everything. So, you know, she's pretty much, you know, still doing her stuff and everything, like I'm not going to spoil anything for Persona 4, but pretty much, you know, she's still doing what she does and stuff. So yeah, that's right. Your next opponent will finally be a professional. My client's a big shot in the Pro Shogi Players Association, so I worked really hard to set it up. But is this young man a fan of yours, Hifumi? No, mother. He's my shogi friend. I told you about him, remember? Your shogi friend? Let me just say this. I hope you're not harboring any weird feelings for him, Fumi. Mother. Or as I'm sure you're already aware, you are not allowed on to date, young lady. You started to attract a number of new male fans, as with all the I can't talk today. Yes, mother. I can't freaking read today. You can get 50 guys like him once you're famous. Damn. I need you to accomplish the things I was never able to. Now, I'm going to work. Don't wait up for me. I understand.
Sorry.
I apologize. That must have been quite a shock. She's scary. That was quite honest of you, not altogether incorrect, though. My father is ill and unable to work, so my mother supports us. My mother used to be a local TV announcer, but she had to quit to take care of my father. My father was a pro shogi player. He's usually calm, but when he played, you could really feel his spirit. He never hesitated when making a move. He's like a keen. I really admired him, so I started playing shogi too. But after pouring everything he had into shogi, he suddenly collapsed one day. In my mother's eyes, shogi stole both her dreams and her husband. And yet, she tells me to keep playing. She wants me to achieve her dreams. I should be working to help support us. I want to become a professional so that I make enough money to ease my parents' burden. I do photo shoots and interviews, hoping they'll add some money in our household income. But it's honestly quite difficult for me. You should stop then. I'm happy that you're so concerned about me. But when I think about my mother, no one sees me as a shogi player anymore. They no longer recognize my skill. I'm not playing shogi in the hopes of becoming an idol. I simply love my family and I want to support them through our troubles. This isn't good. I should be focusing on such negative topics before a match. Well then, let's play. Today, I'm going to be throwing a lot of offensive moves at you. This will teach you how to escape from disadvantageous situations. I feel Hifumi's trust in me growing. And thus we have reached rank 5 in the Star Arcana. We got a new ability known as Kakui Kasushi, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, allowed you to attempt an escape when surrounded by the enemy. Yes. Are you ready? That aura. My right eye is twitching. Now, it's time to unleash my hidden evil eye. Oh God.
I'll start.
Now, to a fair match. Okay. I feel like I'm playing with shogi with Hifumi helped me sharpen my knowledge.
Until next time.
Phew, that wasn't so bad. Let's continue our lesson next time. Oh, hello? Do you have a moment? I apologize for my mother's rude behavior earlier. She's been on edge lately. My male fans are beginning to concern her. She didn't mean to offend you at all. I hope you'll accept my apology in your place. No worries. My apologies. I didn't mean to cause you an unnecessary worry. I'll be sure to talk to her about you. No doubt my lack of skills is what caused my mother to be so hypersensitive. I intend to improve my skills so I can become an established player and put my mother at ease. So then, let us both work hard for our goals. Goodbye for now. Alright, let's see who we can hang out with today. Makoto, and I believe Yusuke as well, if I'm not mistaken. I guess since we did Yusuke the last time, let's go ahead and hang out with Makoto and everything and stuff. So this should be at rank 8 and everything like that. So yeah, again, I like to kind of keep it even. I'm pretty sure we can get both Yusuke and Makoto at least to max ranked before we enter the new palace and everything. So yeah. So what did you want to talk about? Wait, what the I know what I want to talk about. What the fuck is up with her in the next booth? Look at that. She's all by herself. She's over here all like, oh my god, I'm concerned. She's all alone. Freaking, she looked like she has. Well, I was wondering. I'm sorry. I can't. Oh, what? What is indeed? It's nothing real major, but I like right now. I'll pay you back. Oh no, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. What is that other lady doing? She's all alone. She's looking like she's having a great time of her life. Like she's on something and she just decided, oh, let me go to Big Bang Burger. Oh my god, this burger's so tasty. Like, oh my, like what is going on? Oh my god, I don't like that. I don't like that expression. I know all the background people are supposed to have blank faces and everything, but oh my god, I am very concerned about that other person right there. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going off topic right now. He's really gentle and honest too. He even calls me princess. I'm the only one who he says that to, you know. He says it because I'm special. So he calls you his special princess. What do you think, ESP-kun? I think he says it to all the girls, but I gotta say, what is wrong with the other lady next to us? I have to agree. Thank you for agreeing, Makoto. Every girl who's been with him gives him money as his princess. That's what I can't even freaking read. I'm sorry that that girl, the next freaking booth, dude. Like, what the hell is going on with her? What? I want to know her story. You're not wrong about that. But did you ask anyone at his club about the broken bottle? Well, no. He told me not to talk to them about it, though. He's too proud and have me go crying to his boss. Fuck. I'm sorry, that freaking lady over there, dude. Please, Makoto, you're the only person I can trust. All my other friends would rather focus on cram, school, and entrance exams than take time to help me. Oh my god. And who knows what my parents say if I try to ask them. Please, even a little? I think you should end your relationship with him. If you don't put a stop to this, he might try to drag you into some suspicious line of work. Oh, he's already got me a job. It's nothing weird though. I'm just serving drinks at a bar to help him pay off the broken bottle. He said I'll be number 1 in no time. Maybe I'll just keep doing it after I graduate high school though. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna go to college. Aiko! You can't just do what he says. He's trying to deceive you. A smart person like you totally wouldn't understand what it's like. You're just gonna go to a good college, work at a fancy company, and then what? At the end of the day, your life's going to be totally boring. I mean, is that seriously how you want to live? I'm not sure yet. But be that as may, you should still stay as far away from him as you can. So, you're not going to help me. No, but you could help that other person in the next booth. Ugh. Just forget it. I can make it up if I just let some customers take me out on dates and after work. Aiko, wait. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but Tsukasa has been texting me almost constantly. Recently, he's been asking if my sister and I live alone and that he'd be glad to help us out. Even today, he asked me if I'm still happy with my boyfriend. Listen to me, Aiko. He's not serious about you. Don't give me that crap. Tsukasa is just so nice that he'd worry about my friends for me. Wait, you were texting him behind my back? What the hell, Makoto? It was mostly him texting me. Ugh, you have the grades, the looks, a cool boyfriend, and you seriously still want more? Tsukasa is all I have. You can't take him from me. That's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah, right. Just keep your hands off. I'd never forgive you if you stole him away, Makoto. Oh my god, she's still there. Tsukasa is all she has. You know, I think she's exactly the kind of girl those gangs in Shinjuku are on the lookout for. Lonely, depressed girls who have nowhere to vent their frustrations. Aiko's family is quite well off. Her multi-talented younger brother seems to be the sole focus on her parents' attention, though. I'm sure that's why she fell for Tsukasa in the first place. He treats her like she's special. But asking a high schooler for money isn't normal boyfriend behavior. She needs to realize that. You're gonna help me, right? I will, but I think we should help out the person right next to us because damn, she's just out of it. Thank you. It's reassuring to hear you say that. Aiko's blessed to have both money and a family, yet she's still trying to break free from them. But almost the exact opposite of me. But I guess in a sense, watching her now is almost like looking back at my past self. I was so blinded by my own convictions that I never stopped to consider other alternative viewpoints in the world. But that's not the right way to live. I want to show her that. Just like you did for me. You can see it's a deep bond and trust from Makoto. And thus we have reached rank 8 in the Priestess Arcana. We have new ability as Endure. Chance to withstand an otherwise fatal attack with 1 HP remaining. Yes. But man, I am so sorry. I know this is supposed to be like a serious like thing and everything like that, but oh my god. It's hard to even look at that. Like, dude, like she looks like freaking she's on a good one. Or that burger that she's eating, or that, you know, burger or fries or whatever she's eating is supposedly that good that she's just in that trance or something like that. Like, I don't know. Like, she's on the fucking good one right now. There's no one sitting at the other chair. She's just right there like, oh my god, like, yes, this is good.
I'll see you later.
Oh my god. Thank you again for today. Yeah, that's it.
Man, it's hot.
Alright, let's see who we can hang out with or see any other interesting like background characters or something. Oh man. Oh yeah. Damn, everyone's just off today, I guess. Freaking, we still gotta change the heart of that one abusive boyfriend for the fortune teller and everything like for the fortune teller and everything like that. I guess, you know what? Let's go to Crossroads. Let's kind of, yeah. Let's go ahead and, yeah. Let's go ahead and work. Or, you know, yeah. Sorry, Oya. You know what? Yeah, let's just, I guess, get out of the way, I guess. Yeah, let's hang out with her, I guess. Just get out of the way. Alright, let's see who we can pretty much hang out with. Damn. Everyone's just really off today. I guess the only person we can hang out with is Kasumi. I mean, I'm really not trying to do her events just yet, because, I mean, we're still pretty early on. But shit, I guess, freaking, let's just go ahead and hang out with her, I guess.
Hello. Oh yeah. Well, let's go. Senpai?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I called you here so suddenly. Since our talk, I've been trying to think of things besides gymnastics and that I'm really invested in. And I figured something out. It's this. Making bento?
Yes.
Yeah, I can cook. You really need to regulate your diet in gymnastics, so I've been making my own food a lot. And so, since I also wanted to thank you, I made you bento.
So
This is actually my first time cooking for someone else besides my family. But I figured this would definitely help and get my confidence back. I made this part especially for your body type in mind and knowing how much you exercise. Do you want it? I'm touched. It looks delicious. And it's all yours. The chicken and eggs are to help you with fatigue. There are some beans in there too, and it's on brown rice. Weight control is important for gymnasts, but we also need to make sure we got energy and stamina too. So high protein, low fat is usually what we go for. You also need iron to maintain stamina and vitamin B for energy. Wait, I'm getting all focused on the gymnastics part again. Well, anyway.
this looks
Let's
good.
dig in. Is that all for you? Damn. Of course. I'll need every last grain of rice. Why do you look so skeptical, ESP senpai? I guess it might look like a lot, but this is actually a little less than my usual. Don't worry, I've done the math on the calories. I'll burn all of this once off at practice. Come on, senpai. You'll be done before you know it. Oh, this is... This is a familiar flavor, but doesn't match the food. I keep trying different parts, but it all tastes like the same thing. Something's very familiar. ESP X senpai, you okay? Your eyes are glazing over. It's definitely unique. You think so? I don't think it's that weird for an athlete. Heavy seasoning would probably be bad for you, so I went easy on it. Was it too light? Excuse me. Yeah, that's the flavor I was going for. I was trying to decide how to season these, and I figured everyone likes curry, right? So I decided to go for maximum curry flavoring. Oh, sorry, were you not a fan of that flavor? Or wait, maybe you prefer the super spicy ones? Not exactly. I'm so sorry. I did this all wrong. I'll get some kind of condiment to change the flavor once I fix it. I'm sure you'll enjoy it more. Should I get mayonnaise, soy sauce, maybe miso? Do you think Dr. Maruki will have some salt? Calm down. Oh, you're right. I should buy something new you can eat right now. This works just as fine. You don't have to do that. But... Well, thank you. Now we should really eat.
Thank you for the meal.
That was delicious. Thank you for completely finishing your meal, ESP senpai. I'm sorry it didn't turn out perfectly. I came up with the idea of making bento, but I couldn't decide on the flavor. Either way, I'm really sorry. I'm so embarrassed. I thought it was so great when I presented it to you, and now... It happens. It's not your fault. You could try again sometime? You're very kind, ESP senpai. Next time, I'll ask you what you like before I try anything too crazy. I'll go buy that super spicy Megado sauce for next time. Oh shit. Seems like you're always helping me find my way forward, senpai. If I didn't have you, I'd let my failures get to me and end up in some big possessment spirit. Maybe this confidence can help me figure out who I really am. That sounds right. Either way, I suppose all I can do is keep moving forward. ESP senpai, I hope we can keep helping each other improve. It says Kasumi's passion. And thus we have reached rank 3 in the Faith Arcana. No benefits.
All right.
Okay, now that we're gotten all our nutrients, it's time for the next phase. I don't mean to be demanding, but I'm going to train you even harder than before. Make sure you keep up. We went to the gymnasium to train ourselves. Thanks to Kazumi's training, I feel like my stamina is increased.
All right.
And thus, we have our max HP is reached to rank 5. Ugh.
Rain, huh?
Oh. Oh boy. We still have time. We still have time. You still have time, but we need to come up with a plan B if Futaba doesn't wake up. If she doesn't literally wake up in time and everything. So yeah. So no Kawakami. Jesus, at the end of this, freaking everyone's just off today, I guess. Like, no one wants to hang out, I guess. You know what? I think... Yeah, let's go ahead and work and everything to kind of figure out more about this investigation that's going on in Shinjuku and everything like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and work. Hopefully we get some information and stuff.
It's all you.
Oh, I think we might have.
Oh, honey.
Well, so your boss is bullying you again? As soon as I talk back, he makes sure I know I'm lower than him. After that, I'll overhear something about me, calling me useless while I'm at work. And everything I've done and all the results getting somehow. It's the worst kind of workplace abuse. I cannot believe that, man. So, wow. Oh, we got a name. We got a name, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, let's definitely help the man. Let's steal. We can't steal. Yeah. I want to add that joke. I want to just one joke for the road. One joke response on the road. But anyway, we got a name, so we could pretty much go ahead and start, to change the heart of this abusive owner. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it short here. So I'll see you guys in part 3 of the aftermath. And who is texting me at this hour? Oh, it's Yusuke. All right. Well, good night.